Here are 10 super convenient YouTube tech gear ideas, making your life easier as a creator. And a lot of them I'm using right now. The first one is actually my boom stand that I'm using right here. This stand is about $60, and I just love, number one, how small the footprint is. And it could take a decent payload, but most of the time your shotgun mic is not gonna be too heavy. But I just love this right here that allows you to adjust the height by simply pressing it and lowering it, and you can let it go. But in this sense, I'm just using it to boom on this angle so you can get it right out of the frame. It's about $10 for the aux cable. This mic that I'm using is the Rode VIDEOMIC Go 2, and it's about $100. And personally, when I make YouTube videos, I like using a shotgun mic because I like using my hands. However, the issue with a mic like this sometimes is if you want to move around. So if you want a wireless mic, which would be like the most versatile solution, then I would look into the Rode Wireless Go Me. This is about a $150 wireless mic solution. I'm gonna cut to it right now. So right now you are listening to this mic clipped onto my shirt. And what's cool about this mic, and the reason why I like to call this convenient, is because not only does it come with everything you need to use it with a smartphone, you can use this mic with a laptop or computer, just plug it into your computer via USB, and you can use it for your camera. This extra lav is an extra $100, but if you don't get the extra lav and you want to just like hold it up kind of like this, you can do that as well. Just a great solution when it comes to investing in a great audio setup. This next piece of gear is something I also use every time I shoot here at my studio, and that is the newer light stand with wheels. Now we're gonna cut to this angle so I can just show you that I'm actually using this stuff. So this is a $160 light stand. And if you have any kind of light, this is a cob light up top, and it's kind of top heavy. You can see it handles it really well. But if you have any kind of light, it's just awesome because, yo, these caster wheels, they're dope, man. These just feel so secure as you lock it in place. But just a super dope light stand, packs up really small too. That is the newer light stand. A light stand I think everybody should kind of have in their kit. Now in the past, I recommended continuous power adapters for your cameras, meaning a dummy battery that plugs straight into like a wall outlet. However, if you like moving your camera around, but you need, you know, that extra battery juice without having to stop recording, or maybe you're filming events and stuff with a DSLR or mirrorless camera, I can't say enough good things about this SMALLRIG V-mount battery. And if you don't know what a V-mount is, it's a type of battery that can be used on several different types of products, which is really cool. Kyle Anderson on the team, he's been using these on the road with Sean. And these are cool because not only do they hold a super long charge, but you can use them several different ways, because I'll literally just show you right now. Like you have both the 8-volt out, 12-volt out, and then you have a USB-A and a USB-C that can just be used to power your camera, and it'll just prolong the battery. So just having these hang off the tripod gives me so much time to use with my camera, and I can be sure that I don't have to change the batteries mid-conversation. This next piece of gear is the SMALLRIG camera mount for your desk. And this is a $30 mount that allows you to just simply put a camera up at eye level. A lot of times tripods just take up so much room. So just clamping this on your desk and then mounting your camera on top is a really good option. And I like using it even here in the studio when I'm doing my Zoom coach calls and live streams and things like that. Speaking of desk mounts, another really cool convenient piece of gear is the Godox E45 desk light kit. And this comes with everything you need to produce a really good, large and soft light on your face if you are working at your desk. And what's cool about this light kit is not only do you get the mount, the stand, and the light itself, but the remote that is wireless. And so being able to turn it on and off, adjust the brightness as well as the temperature of the light, all from the wireless remote that comes with this light. And so for $140, having a light like this is gonna make you look really good. Now, the way I mount lights in my office, I use what is called a Vari-pole. In my office, I use these tension rods. They're kind of like curtain rods, but they're meant for mounting heavier lights and cameras and things like that. But this Vari-pole comes in at $200, and it's a 2-pack, but I actually mount my cob light for my desk setup using a Vari-pole in my office, as well as my hair lights. It's allowed me to literally walk into my office, turn on the lights, and have a full-blown studio with no stands, and I absolutely love that idea. So that is the Vari-pole tension rod. And another light I actually mount on that Vari-pole in my office is a light that has what is called a GOBO. If you've ever seen any one of our videos here at Think Media and you see a fake shutter light in the background, that is a artificial light creating that effect. Adding something like this in your background could just make it look a little bit more more interesting. And although it isn't super cheap, but you can actually change out what you are putting up on your wall with the various different inserts that it comes with. And you can even order a custom insert like with your logo or with your slogan. And so in order to achieve this effect, you're looking at spending at right around $250 or $300, but I think it's totally worth it if you're looking to spruce up your background. Now, if you're creating content in a fairly tight space, oftentimes tripods could kind of get in the way. And I've seen people mount their cameras on their wall. We recently did a tour of a friend's studio, his podcast studio, and he mounts his cameras on the wall so it literally is as far back as possible. And what's cool about doing this is, number one, it's very inexpensive to get one of these. Like this ARKON camera mount for the wall is about $35, and really they make this for like security cameras, but it could totally hold the weight of a mirrorless camera or webcam. This is so ideal because not only are you gonna get the distance to be able to create some compression and make your room feel big, if your desk is up against a window, and maybe you can't drill into the window, obviously, but you can put a suction cup up against the window and have your camera right there. I just know a lot of people want to keep their setup very minimal and like out of the way, and using a suction cup holder or a wall mount will allow you to do just that. And now this next convenient recommendation for YouTube gear is a newer Sony camera, because I absolutely love that you can use newer Sony cameras with the use of a USB cable if you're looking to level up your Zoom calls or your live streams. So literally, I have a USB cable plugged into this Sony a6700, and then if you just select live stream on the camera itself, then you can hop over here, and then voila, you got a, woo, we are live streaming right now. And here's the coolest thing about doing something like this, is if you have a mic plugged into your camera, you can literally select that as your mic. And so if I select this right here, and I select my microphone to be the Sony camera as well, now it's pulling audio from the boom mic that I talked about earlier in the video. So a super streamlined, you don't have to buy capture cards, you don't have to buy none of that stuff. And I just absolutely love doing it this way. But if you got value in this video, let me know by clicking that like button. And if you want to check out another video from us here at Think Media, just click or tap the screen. See you in a future video. Peace.